Hey golfers, Tony Luzak with Inside the Golf Lab. I posted a picture on Instagram the other day about how, with one drill, I totally changed my rotation through the ball and reduced my head movement. So I want to kind of go into what the drill was, why I was doing it, and different things like that. So, picture on the right here is what we're focused on right now. And I was trying to just get into a better impact position and getting through the ball better. Because transition, all that was pretty good, but I just really wasn't making really solid contact. So when we look at the downswing, we have the arms transitioning down and the body then posting up through impact. So there's a right way that the body has to move through impact, and this is what we're going to be talking about today. So it's me just trying to figure it out and find it. So here's kind of the ailment as I go through with it. So, I get stacked up on the way down. Things are actually looking pretty good. So really getting into that position, I'm very happy with what I'm seeing right now. But the question is, how does that body move from that point? And if the body doesn't move properly, I'm not going to hit the ball perfectly solid. It's going to be somewhere off the toe or heel. It could be thin. So one of the things I noticed when I was on the gear system, when did a golf school with Brendan from Be Better Golf, and we were out there in Oklahoma over at the Windstar Resort, is my motion, my rotation, upper body rotation through impact was so much lower compared to the tour players. And when we take a look at what the tour players is, upper body rotation was the fastest and then the pelvis. So, and in a sense, obviously, if we matched in the hands are going the fastest, then the upper body, and then the pelvis. So it's the opposite of what we see in the kinematic sequence coming down. And so one of the things that happens is because of a little bit of lack of mobility, which I need to work on, but my rotation is too flat and I end up kind of tilting and moving forward. So from here, I'm working in this direction with my rotation. So that's too flat of rotation. So this is the reason why, I'd hit some good shots, and if I was just a little off in the timing, it wasn't very solid contact. So what was the drill? Let's go into what the drill was that produced a better shot. So let's take a look at the results. So these are two different clubs, but and kind of looking at, I think one's 7-iron, one's a 5-iron. But we can see here, totally different motion. And it's not the head staying down that's the key, because that's not the issue. Because even from here, as I'm going through it, head focus is down, but it's how the body is rotating. So one thing I want you to notice is the amount of upper body rotation that you're seeing. And it's here versus here. That's a little off. Okay. They're just not the same. So it's that upper body rotation that's critical to get through there. So all of a sudden now there's a lot less. So that old adage of keeping the head still is an effect. It's not a cause. If I rotate properly, guess what happens? My head stays quieter. If I pivot incorrectly or rotate incorrectly, then my head moves. So realize that the head is kind of you can look at it as a barometer. It lets us know with what is happening. Okay. Barometer tells us what the pressure is. The head tells us how the body's moving or isn't moving. So what is this drill that I did to do it? So let's clear all this stuff out of the way. So set up to the ball, and we're going to jump to it right here. So focusing in on strictly the left-hand side of the screen, get your normal setup. Now the feeling is, for me, is that my right hand moves down. So my right arm is moving down this way into the shaft, and I'm pushing forward. And so the shoulder's working this way, and my upper body and my left shoulder joint is working there. So I'm opening up. I can feel my chest open up and move towards the target. So I'm looking at that position. Now pressure is definitely still down on this lead leg, but I'm opening myself up to get a feeling of what it's like to kind of get through impact. And you can also kind of go ahead and, I know I got a lot of lines here, it feel a little bit of a push here. And I got a couple different versions, depending on what your tendencies are. There's some tweaks to this, but right now I just want you to feel like you're pushing, opening up, and doing this just simple drill of pushing forward, posting up on that lead foot, opening up the chest. Just gives me a feeling of how to move rotationally through the ball. So just doing that a few times. You can see I only did it a couple times and then was able to now make this better backswing. I'm sorry, good, decent backswing, but focusing really on getting through the shot better. Okay, so still not exactly where I want it to be, but it's better than where it was. And then I can start working on improving my rotation through the ball and clearing up. Okay. For more information, come and join us at InsideTheGolfLab.com. You can join for free to get all my videos. And also don't forget to subscribe. And if you like it, go ahead and hit like. Talk to you guys later. Be safe.